Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Prison Architect. I must admit, I have not played Prison Architect in a few days. Why? Well, you know how Rebirth is and all that. Why do you choose to go in through this door? Like, for real though. That's gonna make it very difficult for you to get into this prison efficiently. Our prison's going pretty well, even though we had that dude that we sealed beneath the bowels of the prison. We're at a $1,070,000 evaluation. Pretty good. Is that a CI? What are you doing on top of the desk? We should get a medic to look at you if possible. I've forgotten where our doctors go. Maybe they'll take care of it? Yeah, slowly but surely. So I know we have a lot of wide open space here. What was I going for? Were there any grants? I think I just got over 250 prisoners, which probably gave me a grant. Next one is 500. We need to build a workshop. For real, though. So I'm thinking maybe we do buy up this land up here, even though we have a little space left down here. And is there anything we need to do here? I'm gonna turn it up to speed 3. What is my hunch right now? My hunch is that maybe our shower room's a little small. So maybe we could convert this into something different and then put like a huge shower room / common room here. But that shower's not gonna be in a very central position. What we actually should have done is like bulldoze this entire cell block and turn it into showers. Unfortunately, I've already built it. It would have been so easy to just stretch the shower area across there. Oh well, though. Past me was kind of an idiot, apparently. I'm gonna let the prison go for like a day here, and we'll just see how it's going. Are you flowing? Hopefully no people marked for death in our prison. What are you? Potential CI. Okay, I'll recruit you, obviously. But I want to not have prisoners get killed. Oh, right, we still have Morg meta. Morg and fucking Mindy down here. Our hearses just keep coming. Well, maybe because the trucks keep running over our workmen. No, that one's... You know, maybe there's something to be said for having a hearse on call at all times. Trying to think about what I would do with this area. We could turn it into cells, but this area isn't, like, made for cells right now. What if we put a workshop right here? What if we put workshop plus storage? I'm telling you know, this is not the way I've done it in the past here, but I'm going to do it this way this time. And it might not be the proper way to handle it, but that's okay. You know, the part of Prison Architect for me is making mistakes. So we'll get our workmen to build a ton here. We did just build a new capacitor. It's got so much capacity that having a workshop here doesn't seem like the dumbest idea in the world. Now with the storage room right next to them, they should be able to store stuff in there. And we can actually, with this workshop open, start offering classes and stuff like that. I'm loving, by the way, the fact that there's no congestion in this prison. Feels real good, man. I wish they weren't just, you know, walking around naked all the time. But I guess I don't have full control over that. Why are you getting mad? Needs. Hygiene? It's free time. Go shower if you need. This is what free time is there for, is to take care of your needs. Maybe you're just sleepy. Yeah, it seems like sleep is maybe why more people are complaining. Alright, so we're going to build a... it helps if the workshop's a little bigger. So we're going to have our storage room like this, maybe. Divide it like into thirds almost. And, what do you mean you can't get out? There's no door here. You can leave. Alright, after they build this wall, we'll start designating. So this is going to be door... And after that's done, we'll make this a storage area, which we don't have. Should probably build that a little faster. And this is where our workmen will choose to rest for reasons that are unbeknownst to me. We'll probably install a door here, too. And then we want to have a workshop. We need our workshop to be behind doors for sure. And we also need, we're going to install a crazy amount of good stuff here. It's going to be a big workshop. We should expand upon it a little bit like that. And this should illuminate the objects that we need. Or not. That's fine too. We need many... There we go. Workshop saws. And I'll try to keep it looking alright here too. Because historically that's been a little bit of a problem, you know. Workshop looks congested. Is congested. This is going to be incredibly expensive. Dare I say... This might very well end up being a $100,000 workshop. I don't think it's going to get there, but it could get there. I mean, each one of these little things that I'm building out here is like another $7,500. And then we got the carpenter's tables. It might even be for the best to divide this into 2 workshops, so we have like one for classes and one for producing things, but I think it's gonna have to do for now. And we still need like tables, regular tables. I'm not sure if we need an office desk, I can't remember. This is a relatively clean looking area though. That's not how you build these properly. Yeah, it's a relatively good looking workshop if I do say so myself. Now, it's gonna take a lot of power. I hope it's not gonna make it too problematic, but that's gonna take a lot of power. So I think what we'll try to do in our regime is schedule 2 different work times. One for classes, and then one for actual production, basically. Get our cell object tool going here. I swear to God, these freaking logs will pile up in an instant if you don't get a chance to get rid of them. I know that they can use them to make better stuff, but at the same time, I don't really care about that. I would rather just get like almost all the logs out of our prison. I don't know why they hold on to so freaking many. I would rather get imports of logs and not have to deal with the staggering amount that they just kind of like dump in here for reasons that are unbeknownst to me. Like, where are these logs even coming from at this point? I don't know. Alright, so our workshop's gonna get built. We're making mad money, Jim Cramer style. Come on, Hearst. Oh, no, another one just showed up. You know what I think it is? I think it actually is that dude who's dead. The man who is dead under our prison is what's causing this, in my opinion. It's just a hunch. Are those actually... Sorry, what? Sorry, what? What have I done? What have I done this time? Why are all the lights out in the prison? Did I turn it off somehow? You know what it is? I'm pretty sure that building it this way caused our pipes to connect to one another. But where? No, you don't understand. You're not supposed to be on the same grid. You're not supposed to be on the same grid, though. This is the connection. What are we gonna do about that? It's remarkable how often this happens to me. If we dismantle like this utility and this utility here, I think this will make it so that we no longer have to deal with this overage. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm pretty sure that's all it's gonna take. So there's one gone. Is the other one gone yet? Why is there still electricity being connected here, you know? That doesn't make sense. I don't understand how there's still electricity being connected through you. Like, that's gotta be a bug. Switch on. You can handle it. Yeah, you're fine. Okay. Now you switch on. We just had prisoners arrive. This is gonna be a clusterfuck. Okay, not everything in our prison is turned off. That's good. This is where the connection was happening. That's really dangerous. Really, really dangerous, but at least we got it taken care of. Dare I say, I think I'm becoming a little bit of an expert at dealing with these electrical concerns because they seem to happen all the effing time. As a result of my own idiocy, like I'll straight up admit that right off the bat. Let's install a CCTV camera. We gotta make sure it's pointed the right way. I think that's the right way. I don't know, though. We'll see. I mean, I can see down here. I just don't understand why it's so dark still. People gave me reasons for that, but I thought it was like that a light wasn't installed properly. But I don't see any like electrical cables telling me to install lights. So I'm confused about it. For now, though, 20 new prisoners. That's fine by me. I'm interested to see how this workshop works out for us. Cell object. Yes, please. I'm very interested to see how this workshop works out for us. Let's schedule a program for workplace safety. 24 interested? That's going to be sweet. Our foundation education program has a lot of people in it. I wonder if they've made that a little bit easier to actually get through. Come on, install the CCTV. We need a foreman in here, otherwise I can't see crap, Captain. Oh my god, are you exhausted? You just go rest in the staff room. I don't understand the concern. Get ready to connect. You. Excuse me. To you. To you. To you. Alright. We now have some vision inside of our workshop here. You know what? I would actually like to get a second CCTV monitor. Which way is installed properly? With the cone facing outwards. Alright. We'll install another one in there. We're making $2,000 a day. That's pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I don't know how our valuation is going to be affected. It probably went down. Yeah, less cash on hand, and I spent a bunch of money building up this this workshop that may or may not pay dividends for me. That's fine. So after all this is set up, the next thing I'm going to do is buy up this... Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll buy like this section down here and just create a crazy huge forestry area. We're not really doing anything else with it right now. Might as well get a stupid amount of exports going. So actually, you know what we should do? Dismantle this tree, and we'll create an exports area over here. Exports. It can just kind of be like a spot on the ground, I think. We'll set it up like this. Doesn't have to be that big, probably. Maybe that's good enough. And hopefully people will be able to handle their stuff here. I'm going to take that part off there just so that it doesn't connect with our deliveries room and maybe cause us some issues in the future because you never know. Okay. Good stuff. We'll mic up our CCTV camera. Not mic up. That doesn't make any dang sense. You know what I mean. We'll red up it. Connect it here. Wish the CCTV cameras gave us like a little bit more of a vision cone here, but whatever. It's fine. As long as they're not doing anything truly fishy over in these corners, that should be okay. So yeah, I mean, that's one thing that we could work on. But I think if we're going to buy land, we should buy land up here. And we could build a second workshop that actually gets closer to our exports area. And a forestry area right next to it, or maybe even like over here or something. I've never actually built over here. I don't know what kind of good or terrible stuff could result if we start dealing with like getting across the road. You think across the road wouldn't be that big of a deal. I think it might be. We'll see, though. Prisoner's still getting into solitary. Well, when we built this new cell block, we actually didn't include the solitary cells on the side of it. Which is, potentially a bit of an issue. But I don't want to make our hallways any smaller. We could build some more solitary cells down here. 1, 2, 3. We could. But I think it's going to congest our yard. My thinking was that I would do it like this. 1, 2, 3. And just build out like a wall like this. And then we could put a number of solitary cells there. But I think it would make it too congested for people trying to get into our yard. I'd rather build out if possible. $3,000 a day. Why is that? We'll go to finance. Days without an incident. 2.1 days. We're in the money. Hey. It's actually probably exports mostly. Because I keep selling all these logs that just show up here. Which is fine by me. I don't know what's up with these storage rooms. Like, I still don't totally understand them. Alright, well, we're doing nothing. Let's buy this land. 30,000 bucks. Absolutely not a big deal. That's not nearly as much land as I thought it would be. Come on now. We'll demolish these walls. Be very careful with this click and drag here. I'm just using my keyboard to spread it across because I don't want to accidentally drag and like delete the wall of our prison, which would probably cause some problems if I had to guess. So we'll get our workmen to get to work on that, and then we'll build a fence outwards, and we'll start working on an expanded area up here. Should probably build like another shower over here. Our canteen. My thinking with our canteen is that if it gets too tight, I'll blow up all these rooms, the holding cell, the staff room, the infirmary. I'll move them to a new area, someplace bigger probably, and I'll just spread the canteen across like this, and we should be able to do it relatively easily. I didn't realize I was on speed 1, by the way. My apologies there. Like, our yard is going to be more than big enough for quite some time. Our canteen could be getting a little small. You know, because I made a lot of wasted space in here, let's just be honest. Which is good, but also, I mean, wasted space is not necessarily good, but it keeps it from getting too congested. I wish that you could make spotlights that had, like, crazy luminosity, just so that I could kind of see what's going on here a little bit better. Like, at night, you really can't see shit, and using regular lights is not very efficient, unfortunately. But our prison is working out fantastically for us right now. I'm happy with it. $3,000 a day? That's $1 million prison a year. Not bad, huh? So let's build our foundation out here. What is this? This is a brick foundation. Pretty much build it like... yeah, that's fine. Build it all the way out to, like, here. Just so we make sure that we can still build a fence around it later. It is a $51,000 foundation. That is staggering. Probably the first thing we should have done is built like a fence around it, because if prisoners get into this area, they can just walk out. I don't know if I can get this done in time, but what I would like to do is build a fence like this, and then like a staff door here. Hopefully that works out. Just while they're building it. But for now, we can probably focus on the rest of our prison while that nonsense is going down. I know we don't have a lot of metal detectors, but I kind of am okay with that because everybody's got to eat, right? You got to eat. You can't starve yourself to death just to dig a tunnel. We'll probably do a shakedown after tomorrow. It's going to be hard for us to get our prisoners here today. We've got 15 prisoners arriving in under an hour. We're busy clearing out trees. We have like incredible stacks of bricks that are coming in here. It might take us a couple days to actually get this figured out. I mean, we're building a foundation that is larger than you could possibly build your first prison. That's how absurd this is. And this probably lowered our valuation only by 20, huh? I guess we did turn it all into like materials, so that makes sense. You know what? While we're in the process of doing this, I'm going to go up to 30 workmen. I actually went up to 37. Or I think 32. Why are people mad? It's shower time. Wake up, use the shower. Is it too congested in the shower room? There's a lot of shower heads that aren't getting used. They are kind of getting into fights when they come in here, though. But the hygiene stat's still getting taken care of, so what do I care? And they should be able to eat more than enough. Good thing these prisoners don't realize there's no back to those trucks. I'm gonna hire another 3 workmen. Alright, eating time. I mean, to me, it feels like so far so good. I really don't like how... You know what? I actually love how our family has to go through the metal detectors to get into the visitation room. They don't have to, but they choose to. I like that a great deal. Sincerely, what are you mad about? Food? It's eating time! Maybe 6 cooks isn't enough anymore. It's alright, we have the capital required to hire way more. Maybe our workmen aren't bringing in the ingredient, or they're not bringing in their stuff quickly enough, so the ingredients aren't getting in quickly enough. Might as well read our prisoner bios while they're waiting here. Matthew the Geek Levesque. Being a game warden, Matt decided to bend the rules and went on a murdering spree of his fellow game wardens and his wife. Oh man, that's sad. Chris the Fist Mortensen. Biography. Chris... That's ominous. Patrick Shadow Gasharowski. It was his first robbery. He bought a gun a few days before. He tried to rob a store, but he forgot that he would need a getaway. While stuck in the shop, he did not give up, and he killed several police officers. That's nothing to be proud of, man. Ahmed Fatman Mullah. After getting killed for the 27th time by Ornstein and Smo in Dark Souls, he donned a cat as a hat and went on a murderous rampage, killing 17 people and injuring dozens. Survivors say he shouted, "For Beelzebub and Twinkies!" Family wife 20, family wife 30. I won't tell anybody, man. Andrew Jock Wigg. Born in Aberdeen, Scotland, Jock was a peaceful accountant until he took on a client who was less than savory. After asking a few too many questions, he was visited by a well-dressed Italian and was forced to defend himself, leaving the Italian dead. The Mafia. Wow, this is a lot of custom bios today. Soul, scent of night, Brinkman. Soul was charged with multiple accounts of cannibalism and murder, armed with razor-sharp teeth. He can bite off any part of your body. This prisoner is not to be taken lightly. Jesus, dude. Daryl Lawman Hadley. Ensure that no staff or inmates are aware of Daryl Hadley's true identity and purpose within the prison. Ooh, he's an undercover cop, although he's not, but I appreciate the creativity. Nothing special. All right, what about you? Andrew Rancor Heislip. Massive sci-fi fan with extreme range. He has broken many laws with no remorse. Oh, look at this badass. Probably should maybe escort him. Yeah, I was going to say, because he can pretty much just straight up leave the prison right now. Probably don't want to have that happen. I don't know why our workmen are bringing in logs here. And people are getting ornery. 26 prisoners have serious complaints. I don't understand how it could be a lack of food. But maybe it's because the ingredients are stuck on these trucks still. That wouldn't surprise me. Now, what is this big area up here going to be? I know I said we were going to do like a forestry area, but then I built the foundation too large. So we'll build we could always build like a long forestry area down here, or just buy more land. I mean, we have the money for it, but it's going to be a lot of cells. I think we'll make another large shower block to ease the congestion on our existing shower block, and that might be it right there. I got to admit, the foundation is actually getting built a little bit faster than I would have expected. And the prisoners are getting off the trucks. I mean, our staff's pretty exhausted, but that's okay. Our staff room is pretty small. 5 staff are exhausted, or 4 now, and 0 are resting. Oh, we got a drug overdose. Which one? Let's get the medic in there. I wish they responded automatically to overdoses. But as is, at least we know that when we see an overdose, we can take care of it. Oh, okay. Are you taking him to the infirmary, I hope? I was going to say, it'd be great if you threw the overdose prisoner into solitary confinement. This'll teach you a lesson. If you wake up, maybe. How is our... Yeah, so we can actually use this grid after we get our next area built. Our grid can... maybe it can't even hold this area up here, because we're going to put a workshop in. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, which is probably a recipe for disaster, but we could always take like a little space out here and put another power supply in. Look, it's probably not the most cost-efficient thing, but you can kind of game Prison Architect a little bit, I think, and, you know... Money that you spend on furnishings isn't really money spent. It's money invested that you can sell back later after getting use of it. But for now, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Just a very small bit of progress here, but we got a big work in progress up here, basically a whole new wing to our prison. I'm not planning on segregating it, maximum, minimum, protective, etc., etc. Just planning on expanding, basically. And it's the largest prison that holds the smallest number of inmates right now, but it's making us money. Our valuation is well over $1 million. Well, it's slowly getting lower, but over $1 million at least. How are our needs? Food is still a big issue, which I don't understand. Maybe they're having trouble actually getting inside of the cafeteria. Maybe, I don't think that our cafeteria is too small. I really don't want to ruin like our setup here. I'll tell you what, I'll expand it ever so slightly in this direction. It is going to look a little bit more cramped. People will figure it out, though. And as a result of this, maybe we can have more people sitting down. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. As always, thanks for watching. Apologies for the gaps in episodes. What can I say? Rebirth came out. If you're enjoying the episodes, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.